What's up guys, I'm randomfrankp, starting off 2020 with a cold, and episode 200 of Room Tour Project, the series where we show off some of the best setups to give you some ideas and inspirations for your own setup. Now since we're starting off the year with a milestone episode 200, our special guest is going to be MKBHD, showing off his new setup that powers his channel. We're also going to go with a clean and minimal themed for this episode. So if you see anything you like, I'll have it all listed for you in the description down below so you can check it out. But let's start it off. First up, we have Kelvin L, and I know this is not your prototypical minimal setup, but he does a really good job of keeping it clean and organized, and as you can see, he throws a really unique spin to the setup with all the faux foliage. So I'm really digging the nature theme he has going on. It also gives him his place to integrate his tanks for the pets that he has. It just fits in naturally and it looks really cool. So as for his gear, he has two monitors, with the primary being the Acer Predator X34P and the vertical monitor on the left side being a ViewSonic 27-inch display. As for his peripherals, with the Logitech G613 keyboard with Logitech G502 Lightspeed wireless mouse on an extended mouse pad from Corsair. You can see the Google Nest Hub there in the middle as well, kind of acting like a third display. Got that smart home integration. And then for his audio gear, his headset is the Razer Kraken Pro with the Dynaudio ZO2 speakers. So like I said before, with that wall where he has his tanks integrated, also fitting in is his PC. Wall mounted there right in the middle. This is the NZXT H700 case. Inside an Intel i7 9700K CPU with the Corsair H150i AIO. Got 16 gigs of G-Skill Trident Z RGB RAM on a Gigabyte Aorus Z390 Ultra motherboard with a Gigabyte Aorus RTX 2080 Extreme Water Force graphics card. I'm loving the custom braided cables as well, and the orange color theme he has matching inside to make it really pop and stand out from the green. It's a nice compliment. Then when you first walk in the room, he has the entertainment setup with a massive TV there, PS4, Nintendo Switch, and very fitting that he's playing Monster Hunter. He's even got the neon Joy-Cons there for the Switch. But altogether, just a really unique setup. Again, not the most minimal thing you're gonna see, but it's the approach that counts. It's still very clean and organized, and I love the dark and just moody feels it gets. It's still very cozy, but you have that integration with the nature. Definitely goes down as one of my personal favorites. Next up, we have Bert, and this just looks like straight out of a design magazine. It looks just refreshing, and it really doesn't even look real, but it is. I'm about to hit you up to be my interior designer. But checking out his desk setup, going with the single monitor here, it is an Alienware 34-inch ultra-wide, 1440p, 120Hz. And taking it off the stock stand and having it on your own monitor arm, I think fits in appropriately here because the stock stand on that is that very gamer aggressive look. This visually fits in perfectly. Now down to the peripherals, we have a Rama Koyu Milk keyboard. Inside are Gateron Silent Ink switches. The WAS keys are actually spring swap with 35-gram springs, and the keycaps are GMK white on black. Super clean looking build. Love the custom aviator cable as well, so nice to see a keyboard enthusiast with these setups. So the light linear WAS keys on the keyboard, the light gaming mouse, you know what's up, and they are both on an extra large HP Omen gaming mousepad. Then for audio, his headphones are the Beyerdynamic DT1770 Pro with an Antlion Mod Mic wireless to make it like a headset. They're being powered by the JDS Labs Atom amp, and the speakers on his desk are the Audio Engine A2 Plus in white. Now we'll check out the PC. We have the NZXT H500i case inside an Intel i7 8700K CPU with the NZXT Kraken X62 AIO. 64 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RAM on an Asus Strix Z370F motherboard, and an EVGA RTX 2080 Ti FTW3 graphics card, but I'm digging that really muted black build aesthetic you have going on. Nice and stealthy and really clean. And then even the entertainment setup is looking super clean as well. Got a massive 65-inch Panasonic 4K OLED TV, Xbox One, PS4, all the console gaming goes down here. But damn, Bert, this is another one for the books. You've definitely got an eye for this type of thing. This just doesn't accidentally happen. You could tell a lot of thought was put into formulating this setup in this room, from the prints, the decor, the color matching. This is crazy. Now we have Mark following suit with a nice long wooden desk, a big plant off to the left side, keeping that desktop free of clutter. One thing to note, you can see the giant window off to the right side of the room, and I love the shadows it has casting across the setup. I think it looks really cool. It might sound stupid, but it's all about the lines. So for the solo monitor, Mark is using a ViewSonic 27-inch display, 1080p, but 144 Hz and a 1 millisecond response time, so definitely a good panel for gaming. Down to the peripherals, with the Ducky 1-2 Mini white keyboard with a glorious Model O mouse in white as well. You can see matching it all to that theme. And they are on the Solar Series mouse pad from Novel Keys. For audio, his headphones are the Bert Dynamic DT770 Pro 80 ohm headphones with the Audio Engine A2 Plus speakers. As you can tell, these are pretty popular when it comes to minimal setups. Then for the PC, we have the Leon Lee 011 dynamic case. Got that pink, purple, and blue neon vaporwave aesthetic going on. Inside's an Intel i7 7700K CPU with the NZXT Kraken X52 AIO. 16 gigs of G-Skill Trident Z RGB RAM on an MSI Z170 Titanium motherboard with an Asus ROG Strix RTX 2070 GPU, custom painted white, black and white braided cables, the white sleeving on the AIO. Good job with color coordination here. So if I had to describe this one, I'd definitely say very open and chill. Seems like a very nice clean space overall, the entire room. Like I said, with that massive window there, you have all that natural light coming in, filling the room as well. And it's also worth noticing the cable management job here, with the IKEA Signum rack underneath, keeping all the cables off the ground nice and tidy. Definitely goes a long way, so good stuff all around here, Mark. Now we've got HowdyDoody, and this is a really great example of, doing a lot and optimizing what space you have. So looking at this desk, it's probably a 30-inch, doesn't quite look like a 48-inch desk, so you have the essentials, everything you need to keep the setup running right here. Freed up space by having a floor lamp and a little plant on the right to add some color. Now for the display, this is a Dell UltraSharp, the U2518D, 2560 by 1440, and it's sitting on a monitor arm that gets mounted off to the back side of the desk. So again, it's not taking up actual real estate on the actual desktop. Now for his peripherals, the keyboard is from Rama. This is the M60A. He has Zeal Rosilio switches that are spring swapped with Gateron yellow springs, and the keycaps you see are GMK Oblivion R1. And for his mice, he actually uses a combination of 3 different ones. For productivity, he has the Microsoft Modern Mouse in conjunction with the Apple Magic Trackpad 2, which sits underneath the keyboard, and for gaming, he switches it up to the BenQ and Zowie EC2B Divina. Mousepad is the Ninja FX High-End Artisan, and those IEMs are the Shure SE215. Now for the PC, a nice and tiny ITX build off to the left side. This case is a Nuvolo Stek. Inside is an AMD Ryzen 3600 CPU with a Noctua NH-L12S cooler. Got 16 gigs of Corsair Vengeance LPX RAM on the Asus X470i motherboard and a GTX 1070 Ti Founders Edition graphics card. So again, good job of keeping the desktop clear of anything unnecessary. You have the main gear, everything right here, and I love how the gear has style. The 60% Rama keyboard, the small ITX build, even the custom rain meter wallpaper. I'm digging it, I'm digging it.
Yo, what's up guys? MKBHD here, and this is my setup currently for 2020, the first couple days of 2020. Thanks for having me on, first of all. Okay, so this is the type of setup that changes many times during the year. A lot of little things, a lot of little tweaks will eventually change, but a couple of main staples have stayed here for a while. First thing is the chair. This is the Herman Miller Embody. I've had this for years. And the other is this desk, this entire massive setup that has to be big enough to hold 2 monitors and 2 monitors. This is an X-Desk Air Pro. It is a motorized desk, so it does raise up to standing height, which I'll do right now. And this thing's been a tank. It does have power built into the bottom, which I have a lot of things plugged into, and not ideal cable management right now because, hey, in the video world, not everything's perfect. But I'll go ahead and show you the Mac Pro that's down here is the one that I've been reviewing and editing with. You can see the SD card reader sticking up there is in perfect position. Up here are 2 of Apple's Pro Display XDRs. Both of these are the Nano Texture matte version. And then to the size of these, I've also had these for years actually, Yamaha's HS8s on top of these Oralex foam isolation pads. If you put this straight on the desk, it would rattle, so That's what these are for. This is Pegasus's Promise Pegasus 80 terabyte RAID. So a bunch of hard drives in here connected straight to the Mac Pro. This is why there's a lot of cables. And I have a wireless charger here and a wired charger for my phone. So whatever phone I'm using can be charged up. Colorware Black AirPods Pro. This is going great. And I have some battle scars on this desk. Some heavy things have come through here over the time that I've been using it, so it's not exactly pristine, but that's the whole point of using something every day. My mouse and keyboard. So this is the current mouse of choice, but again, like I said, things change all the time. This is the glorious PC Gaming Race Model O in matte black, the small one, but I just recently switched because my MX Master 3 was giving me some connection problems, so this is a wired mouse for my first time in a while. So far, so good. It's on a red Artisan mouse pad. This is a Keychron K2 with a couple fancy custom switches or custom keycaps from other keyboards, but I like that little red Ascend escape key, and a black Magic Trackpad 2. You have the Universal Audio Apollo Twin, which is essentially a big fancy volume knob, but it's also the preamps to these Yamahas. And if I ever do use headphones, it's the Sennheiser HD820s. Over here is some media, microfiber, and a little iPad stand. But that is the current setup, early January 2020. This will, of course, continue to evolve. I should also mention there's some isolation pads for audio as well. I'm over here editing, and that's a Logitech 4K webcam. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. Catch you guys later.
All right, guys, that'll wrap it up for episode 200 of Room Tour Project. Hope you all enjoyed, and a big shout out and thank you to Marquez for being on this episode. It means a lot to me, and I'm sure you all are really digging to see his setup behind the scenes as well. Don't forget, anything you saw we listed for you in the description down below, as well as some very simple instructions on how to submit your setup if you want to be possibly considered in a future episode of Room Tour Project. Just check the description down below for it all. If you like this episode, give it a big thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp. And last, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I hope you all enjoyed. Have a good day.